Afghanistan has once again been shaken to its core, not just by earthquakes, but by the harsh reality of life under isolation, poverty, and conflict. A series of devastating tremors in the country's east has killed more than 2,000 people and left tens of thousands homeless. As survivors struggle under makeshift tents and the aid response remained painfully slow, the disaster has laid bare how fragile Afghanistan has become in the absence of resources and governance.
Just before midnight on August 31st, a magnitude 6 earthquake struck eastern Afghanistan's Kunar and Nangarhar provinces at a shallow depth of just 10 kilometers. Entire villages collapsed within seconds. Families were buried under rubble as mud homes crumbled. Over the next 4 days, 3 more tremors followed, including a magnitude 5.5 on September 2nd and another 5.4 on September 5. The earthquakes have now killed more than 2,200 people, injured nearly 3,640 and displaced tens of thousands. Harsh weather, mountain terrain and damaged roads have slowed rescue efforts, leading survivors to fend for themselves with little outside help.
زلزلو زمونږ کورونه ګډوډ کړي دي پیښ دي هر څه ګډوډ هیڅ هم نشته دی کومه بستره د هغه ډوبه ده کوم مال د هغې باندې مو کوټې راغلي دي ډوب دي چې کم پیښ دي متمانان دي دا پکې شوي دي او چې څه دغه دي پیښ دي دغه ټولې معاملې پیښ اوس هم تیږې راولېږي پیښ دي هلته موږ وخت نشو تېرولی.
For survivors, the scars are not only physical but also psychological. Entire families have been wiped out. Children now wake up crying at the slightest vibration.
ویره خو بس چې هسې دلته ګاډی تیر شي بس دا ماشومانان هېرېږي جاړي بس نه کښېني دا اوس غونډه ورځ غېږ کې ګرځومه نه کښېني بس چې لږ دغه وشي بس هېرېږي.
In one village, 65 bodies were buried in a single night, with locals digging trenches for mass burials.
دولت دې د خطر راویستلو هلته تیږې راغښتلې اوس هم زلزلې دي وطن خوځېږي که نه سهار هم دونه زلزله وشوه دا غرونه ټول داسې راکېناستل پوه شولې زموږ هلته ساعت نه تېرېږي وروره دا زموږ دغه دی پوه شولې اډر دی زموږ هلته وخت نه تېرېږي ځکه چې کوټې هم نشته دی باران ته خو وخت نشو تېرولی او چې د سوري دی نو شهیدان هم شي د شپې په باران ناغی پوه شولې ټول بارانه ووال څو کسانو 15 کسان هم په یو ځای خواره کړي وو یو پاټي کې ملکان د ویستله په هغې کې هم 15 کسان واچول نور هم زاړه خبرونه نه دي دا هم دغه کړل په هغو کې هم دا ډوب کړل.
Among those still haunted is a 12-year-old Sadiq who spent hours trapped under the rubble of his destroyed home. Petrified, Sadiq said he called out for his father and neighbors but no one could reach him. Eventually, after several hours, his uncle and other locals pulled him out from under the rubble of his flattened home.
پلار ته مې غږ کړ پلار مې نه و تلي ولاړ چغې مې والې شته هغې نه بیا یو ګاونډي و هغې راله اورېدلي وو هغه ویلې وایي مونږ ځانډه وایي زه در نه رالم بیا چې و چې سبا له مې تره راغی بیا هغه راویستم ملګري ورسره هغه بیا راویستلم.
Like Sadiq, thousands of survivors now live under makeshift tents without clean water, food or mattresses. Even those tents provide no protection from scorching heat during the day and rainfall at night.
تر سرپناه شی نشته نه بس نه سپن شته نه خیمه شته نه درې شته نه د اوبو د کوم پروګرام شته چې موږ کوم ځای نه راوړو دغه تودې اوبه کللی شي ویسکو او کلی نه شي بس ناست دي الله درګاه ته او نغدیات هم کومک موږ غواړو زموږ چې کوم مال و هغه ټول د خاورو لاندې شوی دی موږ صرف په یو جوړ جامو کې راکته شوي.
Humanitarian workers say Afghanistan is now facing a tragedy within a tragedy. The country was already reeling from poverty, sanctions, droughts and floods. Now, the earthquakes have added another layer of misery. The World Health Organization has appealed for $4 million to deliver food, medicine and shelter, but aid remains scarce. Only a handful of Turkish Red Crescent vehicles were seen in Kunar, as much of the international community is reluctant to directly engage with the Taliban administration. The United Nations warns that Afghanistan is being crushed under overlapping crises, economic collapse, climate disasters, mass refugee returns, and now earthquakes. For Afghans, each disaster compounds the next.
Afghanistan is experiencing several overlapping crises at the moment. Droughts, return of millions returnees, refugees from Iran and Pakistan, deadly floods, and now we have earthquake.
Balev Nev says Afghanistan cannot recover alone. Survivors have been left without shelter as aid groups warn of dwindling resources, with the UN and other agencies citing a critical need for food, medical supplies and shelter.
UNDP will come back here with early recovery, and we will try to restore the normal way of life here as much as it's possible under these circumstances. There's an acute need for new shelters, reconstruction of the buildings.
The earthquakes have once again exposed Afghanistan's isolation. With frozen assets abroad, dwindling donor interest, and Taliban's international pariah status, the Afghan people are left with little more than empty promises. Aid agencies warn that without immediate support, the disaster could trigger secondary crises of hunger, disease, and displacement in the weeks ahead.